Whatever field of operations or deployments Naval Service personnel return from, similar issues can arise. In this film, we attempt to address some of the questions raised by the friends and families of returning personnel.
Cameron, after 6 months of separation, why do personnel have to go through decompression in Cyprus?
If I'm going to use an analogy, I'd use the analogy of a washing machine. We're taking them down from a hot wash to a cooler wash. We're bringing them out of theatre, we're putting them into a safe environment, we're letting them relax and chat and start coming to terms with coming home. It's quite a controlled environment. Alcohol, for instance, is restricted, so they're not going to drink their body weights in lager. There's an entertainment show on with comedians and singers. They spend time on the beach, and generally we're just bringing them down from that sort of time in theatre so that when they get off the plane the next day with their families, they're a much more relaxed person.
Ian, could you explain why is it the Royal Marines go through decompression but sailors just come home? Are they not disadvantaged by not having that programme of decompression?
Sailors that are deployed on one of our ships, once they've done their patrol or their exercise, on their return home, they have the time then to start the readjustment process. So the whole idea of decompression, say, for our Royal Marines and sailors coming back from Afghanistan, is to start the process where our sailors are doing that process on their return journey, which can sometimes take a couple of weeks. So our sailors are certainly not disadvantaged.
Family and friends sometimes want to plan lots of fun activities for personnel when they return from deployment. Is this always the best policy?
Well, it's an understandable idea, isn't it? Home comes the hero and you want to make them feel very, very special. And I understand that, and I think that's laudable. What I would say, and if it was a wife or a partner, I would always say, don't put too much in and let them reintegrate at their own pace. So don't cram too much into the programme. But what's important, I think, if you're going to these social events, is that you're with your partner or your spouse. And the reason I say that is sometimes people ask dumb questions. Questions like, did you kill anybody? When are you going back? And questions that can be quite triggering for people. And I think the spouse, the partner, job at this point is to deflect the dumb question so they feel more comfortable. A lot of people who have been on operations find it rather difficult to be in rooms full of other folk. They're not used to it. They're used to working with a small group around them. So that can be quite a daunting factor that you have to consider.